Hello students, hope you have prepared previous classes lesson. So we have been discussing conservation of plants and animals. So what is conservation? Conservation refers to the practice of protecting plants and animal species and their habitats in order to prevent them from being extinct and to preserve natural ecosystems. So here you get few parts. Conservation mainly it is a practice of protection of plants and animal species. So what are the threats that we need to protect them? The major threats to wildlife include habitat destruction or degradation. Habitat means dwelling place where they live. So if it is destroyed or if it is degraded, so the plants and animals won't get the food and shelter, and ultimately they will not be able to survive and they will become extinct, right? And exploitation, that is uses of resources more than needed. Poaching, that means illegal hunting. Pollution and climate change. So these are the threats to wildlife, right? Now if this continues, so one day this may become the organisms may become extinct. So what is an extinct species? The species which are no more found on this earth, that is they have vanished from the earth. These are called extinct, right? And other term you get species. So what is a species? Species is a group of population which are capable of interbreeding. This means that the members of a species can reproduce fertile offspring only with the members of their own species and not with members of other species. Members of a species have common characteristics. So species is a group of population which are capable of interbreeding. Another term you get ecosystem. So what is an ecosystem? A biological community of interacting organisms and their physical environment. An ecosystem is made up of two parts, biotic part and abiotic part. Plants, animals, microorganisms, all living organisms are making the biotic part. And air, water, soil, sunlight, these are the abiotic part of the system. So an interaction between this biotic and abiotic part makes the system run. It keeps a balance and makes the system run. So there are some inputs and there are some outputs, right? So this is what we say interaction. So a biological community of interacting organisms and their physical environment is called an ecosystem. So the other day we discussed about Biosphere Reserve, National Park and sanctuaries. Apart from our personal efforts and efforts of the society, government agencies also take care of the forest and animals. The government lays down rules, methods and policies to protect and conserve them. Wildlife sanctuaries, national parks, biosphere reserves, etc. are protected areas for conservation of plants and animals present in that area. So these are the protected areas. So first we will discuss about biosphere reserves. These are areas meant for conservation of biodiversity. As you are aware of that, biodiversity is the variety of plants, animals and microorganisms generally found in an area. The biosphere reserves help to maintain the biodiversity and culture of that area. A biosphere reserve may also contain other protected areas in it. The Pachmari Biosphere Reserve consists of one national park named Satpura and two wildlife sanctuaries named Bori and Pachmari. So Biosphere Reserve, it is a large area which may contain other protected areas like national park and wildlife sanctuaries. Here I show you a picture. It is that of a wild mango. It is an endemic species of Pachmari Biosphere Reserve. So what is an endemic species? Endemic species are those species of plants and animals which are found exclusively in a particular area. They are not naturally found anywhere else. A particular type of animal or plant may be endemic to a zone, a state or a country. So endemic species which are exclusively found in a particular area. The area may be confined to a small area, or that what we say a zone, or a state, a bigger area, or bigger than that, like they may be found all over the country. Shal and wild mango are two examples of endemic flora of Pachmari Biosphere Reserve. Bison, Indian giant squirrel, and flying squirrel are endemic fauna of this area. So flora, that means plants, and fauna, that means animals which are found in a particular area. These are called the flora and fauna of that particular area. Here I show you the giant squirrel, which is long flappy tail. Destruction of the habitat, increasing population, and introduction of new species may affect the natural habitat of endemic species and endanger their existence. So today we have learnt Biosphere Reserve. Thank you, students.